Alright. Alright, so just start circulating those links. I think I'm good to go. Let's pull these windows back up. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Nightman.
How's it going?
Oh, pretty good.
It's good.
Doing some SNES Classic tonight. And
Nice.
I'm about to find out what game won my poll, because I put up a poll earlier today, before I started this stream. And now let's find out which one won.
Alrighty. Let's see the lucky winner.
Alright, just gonna head on over to the Twitters. Oh. Turn my TV down just a little bit more. Okay, so let's see. The winning game was... Looks like the winning game was Donkey Kong Country, with Star Fox 1/2 coming up a second. Alright. So, I have not played Donkey Kong Country in a while. I usually play it at least once a year, so this will be interesting.
Alright.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to beat it probably tonight, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty good at Donkey Kong Country. So, it's been a while since I played this. Last time I think I played this is when I was at Blondie's place. So, this should be interesting. Let's do it.
Oh yeah. I grew up on Donkey Kong Country, so this is gonna be a little blast from the past.
I actually, funny enough, I just finished watching, there's this guy on YouTube, his name is The Nostalgic Gamer, and he did a series, he did a retrospective series on Rare, called Rare the Stamper Years. It was a 11-part retrospective on all the company's work from when they were Ultimate Play the game up until the Stamper Brothers left Rare.
Ah, I see.
So basically their golden years, or their golden era, golden age of Rare, basically.
Back when Rare was good.
Some might argue with Killer Instinct and Sea of Thieves were in a silver age, but it's hard to say yet. Sea of Thieves has been mixed, so...
Yeah.
Alright, so I did play this a little bit to test the SNES Classic, but I'm going to start a new game. It's going to be a one-player game.
We also can't forget the dark years where it was just Connect for Rare, so...
I think it's kind of fitting that this is going to be the first game I finish on my SNES Classic, because this was the first Super Nintendo game I ever owned.
Oh, nice.
In, I think it was 95, 96, I can't remember, whatever Christmas that was, Santa, quote, air quotes there, brought us the Donkey Kong Country Super Nintendo bundle.
Cool.
So, it's just ironic that I'm going back to this game now, again. Ironic that the first game I completed on the SNES Classic is going to be the same game that I completed on my original SNES. Alright, let's see what's in here. Oh, no bananas. Yeah.
That was very bananas.
I actually might not complete this tonight because I got started kind of late tonight, but we'll see. I know this game pretty well. I'm gonna try to speedrun it as quick as I can.
Also, I gotta love the Tron background.
Yeah, I love that. Alright, so... Oh, pfft, I lost a Kong already. Damn it. Perfect playthrough so far. Got you. I'm not gonna get every secret, but I almost never do. I'm gonna try to get as many as I can, though. Alright.
They're kind of the easiest on the first level. So.
Yeah.
At least it's not like overboard like in DK64 where like every Kong you got has a specific item they gotta collect.
Fuck. I already fucked that one up. Diddy's not happy. Yeah, Donkey Kong 64 is a game I've always wanted to play through, but I already am not a big fan of collectathons, and it's like the collectathoniest collectathon that ever collectathoned. So...
Yeah.
That's why I'm a little apprehensive to play through that one. Alright.
You gotta have patience to enjoy that one.
Ropey Rampage. Let's do it. Okay, so let's go up here. Take the high road. Do what my dad says, get every banana. The thing that's special about this game, too, and when we got our Super Nintendo, is, wow, I died on the second level. That's fun. But the fun thing about this, when we got our Super Nintendo, is that our dad was really into the games, too. So,
nice.
That was his rule. He's like, you have to get every banana. Every banana is one step closer to a free life. So, I could see my dad being obsessed with collectathons if he had, you know, not lost his interest in games. But, I mean, I got this Super Nintendo when I was 6, and he was 34, I want to say? 33, 34? So he was still young enough to be into games at that time period, but old enough to where it was probably phasing out, because actually my Intellivision is actually not my Intellivision, it's his Intellivision. He just said I could have it.
Oh, nice.
Like, my brother and I discovered it one day. We're like, what's this? And Dad's like, oh, I remember that. That was my Intellivision. We're like, what? What is this? Because we didn't quite know what that shit was back in the day. No internet yet. We didn't get internet until cable internet was available.
That's like that with everybody.
I know some people who had dial-up, like our friend Corey had dial-up. We actually Brock and I used to have this thing where we couldn't beat Mega Man X, but Corey had dial-up, so he would download, like, cheats or secrets and stuff.
Ah, the cheat code years.
Use his friggin' dot matrix printer to print us off some codes. Even before I had a computer at the computer lab at school, I would all the time, like, download cheat codes and stuff. Because, oh, fuck, I screwed that up. Can I still get a barrel? I guess I could use this barrel right here. Get that secret. So yeah, it's, so for years and years, I had to use school internet or friends' internet to get to get information on games.
That makes me feel a little bit spoiled because, I grew up around, like, the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 era where internet was a little more available.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that. It's just, see, every console I got up until, I'd say, the PlayStation 2, the console was in its last years. Like, it was on the outs a lot of the times. So when we got the Super Nintendo in 95, 96. The N64 was already out.
Oh, yeah.
I think it must have been 95 because we got the system. We didn't get the redesigned system, the SNES 2. It was just the Donkey Kong Country bundle for the regular SNES. So it must have been before they did the redesign, because I think the redesign came out in 97, maybe? I know it came out around in timing with the N64. For those of you who don't know, the SNES 2, which is the cheaper redesigned console for the Super Nintendo. That's actually what my base Super Nintendo is. My brother has a regular one, and I have a SNES 2. So
basically the top loader of the SNES.
Kind of, yeah. Well, they both were top loaders, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got the N64, I believe, in like 98, 99, which it wasn't out yet, but it was on the outs. And then after that, we got, I think until like 2000, 2001, I'm trying to remember what year it was. We got the PlayStation 1, like the redesigned PlayStation. The PS1. And like games were already down to the like $20 a piece, so we got a bunch of games. Actually, funny story how I got my PlayStation. I've told this on my channel before, but I haven't told you guys really. My dad had, okay, so first to explain to you, I know you're American, so you probably don't have this, but there's a store called Canadian Tire. And Canadian Tire is a hardware store, but they have a gimmick that you can get Canadian Tire money. So Canadian Tire money are basically bills for like, they start off at a penny, 5 cents, 10 cents, whatever is how much their bills are. So every time you make a purchase, you get Canadian Tire money. Also, hi Sakura, thanks for joining the stream, or joining the chat. So my dad had saved up a wad of Canadian Tire money, a stack that was fucking high as hell, and he used that wad of Canadian Tire money to buy our PlayStation 1.
Hello, Time Warp.
Hey, Time Warp, welcome to the chat. So, my dad used free money to buy our PlayStation 1.
Nice.
Which is hilarious. And then after that, I remember one of the first games we got for it is, I got Rock'em Sock'em Robots, my brother got Sydney 2000. And shortly after we got it, our parents took us to a Walmart, and they're like, you guys can pick a game each. Because PlayStation games, like I said, were down to $20 by then. So I took Mega Man X5, and he took Mega Man X4. And I remember that they actually came with these little Capcom clocks. Unfortunately, I don't have them anymore. But I just remember, like, when we got our PlayStation, we had 4 games to play. Well, to be fair, we really didn't play that much Sydney 2000. My brother kind of was like, maybe I should have picked a different game. But he still had Mega Man X4, so...
I will say this, it's a better first choice than Frogger 2. If you're wondering why I bring that up, that was my first PlayStation 1 game.
Yeah.
And that game was kind of shit, so...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Funny, I've heard that game's not bad, though.
Then again, it's been years.
Yeah. How you doing, Time Warp? Thanks for coming to the stream.
Oh, yes. Be sure to enjoy some Super Nintendo Classic.
Yeah. I was just reminiscing here with Nightman about consoles, because this game was the first game I had for Super Nintendo. And it's going to probably be the first game I beat on the Super Nintendo Classic.
You kind of inspire me to, like, go through Super Mario World on my SNES Classic, because that was actually my very first game, period.
Oh, yeah. We got Mario World after. It's funny, like, I didn't know anything about RPGs, but oh, thank you, Sakura, for hosting my stream. But I super wanted Super Mario RPG, just because the graphics were, like, revolutionary. Because it looked so cool. But my parents never got it for me, because it was one of the more expensive games on the Super Nintendo, and they're like, no.
It was a launch title, too, so...
Yes, Super Mario World, yeah, I eventually got that separately.
Yeah. I got fond memories of that one.
There's a stupid memory I have of that game, and I don't think I want to share it because it's kind of personal too. But it's one of those things that the innocence of a child, like you never realize something until you get older. Okay, maybe I'll just share it here. I'm sure no one's gonna care. So, one morning when I was playing Super Mario World, I had gotten as far as I'd ever gotten, and I wanted to go share my achievement with my parents. I think I may have walked in on them.
Oh no.
Oh.
I was like 8 at the time. Oh no!
Oh no!
I didn't see anything. It was dark.
I was more going for like Tim Allen from Home Improvement. Oh no! Yeah.
It was dark. I couldn't see anything. Plus, I was 8, so I didn't know what the fuck what their problem was.
They call that a problem?
Well, they screamed. They're like, "Get out!" I'm like, "What? Why?"
But why?
Why are you and Mommy wrestling in the bed?
Nah.
Yeah. Hey, CJ. Thanks for joining the stream, buddy.
Yeah, nah. I just got home.
You came in at the right time, apparently.
Yeah, no, I was like, I'm gonna let him finish his story here first, and then I'll react.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
your walk-in sex story is the best sex story ever in the history of sex stories.
Of all time.
All time.
If that doesn't bring up my viewership, I don't know what will.
Yeah.
But yeah, just been reminiscing playing this game. If I beat this game, like, that's gonna be some weird, like, parallel time bullshit.
Some time bullshit.
Well, yeah, because first game I beat on my Super Nintendo back in the day. First game I beat on my SNES Classic is this. Then it'll be like poetry, stanzas and poetry. It's like they rhyme.
Fucking George
Actually,
Lucas.
that is a good question. What is the very first video game you ever beat that you're consciously aware that you beat?
That I beat Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey Kong Country?
Me, my dad, and my brother beat that game together.
Yeah, you know, Time Warp, I actually think that those bees wouldn't hurt to touch, just due to the fact that they only have like 6 or 7 spikes on them.
Yeah.
So
this barrel bullshit.
No, not the bees. Not the bees.
What was I gonna say?
Yes.
Yeah, this was the first game I beat. I think the second game I ever beat was Pokemon Red. I know the first game I ever played was, or the first one I recollect playing.
Yeah.
Karate Champ.
Hmm.
What a way to begin.
Fine. I'm fairly sure Snow Bros on the NES was the first one, but I didn't technically beat that by myself. I beat that with my sister.
Oh, you had Snow Bros?
Yeah, I had Snow Bros back in the day, but
Too bad it's hard to get on.
Too bad I didn't hold on to that shit, right? Yeah.
It's like the hardest game to get on any console now.
Yeah. But, you know, it's just one of those things where I'm fairly sure that's the one that I can consciously remember. Actually, no, that's not true. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, not the first one on NES. It was the second one, the beat 'em up one, which was like the NES version of the arcade.
Yeah.
Yeah. No
That
doubt.
one I beat by myself. That was my very first game that I beat.
Actually, I think the second game I beat was... I can't remember if it's Pokemon or if it was Mega Man X. I can't remember. I think it might have been Pokemon because I'm pretty sure I figured that game out before I figured out Mega Man X.
Yeah.
Because there's this weird thing, like, I used to be absolutely shit at that game. Like, back in the day. And the only reason we got anywhere with it is because, like I was mentioning earlier, Corey happened to be our friend who had internet. So he would fire up his 56K modem and we would download boss strategies for Mega Man X.
Yeah.
And I think me, Brock, and Corey beat that game together, but it was Brock who actually beat Sigma.
You had no right to get in that barrel. That was like a petty pixel.
Fuck. I keep fucking that one up. Shit. I don't think I'm gonna beat this tonight, probably.
I know I'm like 30 seconds behind, but there was that one shot there. I was like, no, I don't really think.
I don't think they should have gone in. See, the thing is, you gotta realize this game's bullshit. That was bullshit. That TNT shouldn't have killed that Kremling, but it did. You'll see it in 30 seconds.
Oh no, but like the interesting thing about the TNT in this game specifically, not in Diddy Kong's Quest and Dixie's Double Trouble, that like the TNT sort of has this like plume effect to it.
Yeah.
So instead of it just being like a concentrated hit, it sort of is like this sort of radiated like hourglass sort of hitbox shape to it. It's really odd. And it's only in this game. The other TNTs in the other games don't do that. They don't have like rolling damage.
I love how the jungle theme in this game rolls into like a I don't know how you would say it. Like it sounds like it's like going into like a little darker kind of theme.
Oh, what, like a nighttime thing?
It goes into the. It starts with the like, and then it goes.
Well, doesn't this? I don't know if it's the stage in particular, but I know that it does go into evening towards the end of one of the stages. Maybe earlier on, because you're halfway through or more than halfway through the first actual stage.
This level always gives me trouble.
Now wait until you get to the mine carts, guys.
Oh, fuck. Are we gonna count that, or is somebody gonna count those? The mine carts.
You should stick it in the corner and just hit a button, just as a running tally.
I don't know how I'd even begin to do that.
I remember the minecarts being pretty frustrating in this game.
Oh, dude, in my Let's Plays of this game, like my original Let's Plays of this game, the first 2 games, the minecart stages, 12 lives each time.
Yeah.
And third game, I think it was something ridiculous, like 16 times.
Yeah. I don't think you breached the 20s, but like it was like the third was the the kicker for you.
Finally. There, that level's done finally. Alright. Better save my game with candy. I love the look on Donkey Kong's face on the save screen. He's like, I don't know where I am right now.
That's a constant state for Donkey Kong.
Alright, here's Very Naughty's lair. I love this.
See, the thing is about Donkey Kong is I think they've progressively made him stupider throughout the years. Yeah. Like, yeah, okay, he's a monkey, or not, he's an ape.
Hey, One Roll. Thanks for joining the stream.
He's a Kong, CJ.
Is that a thing?
I need to like. I need to get a
one
mask.
One of them has a funny face, and it ain't him.
I need to get a mask of the fucking beaver giggling, so I could just start sticking at things. All right.
You know what? Don't get too overboard with it. Just print it out on a piece of paper and just like slap it on your face.
I'm just gonna start cutting it into videos.
Is Beaver Sans from Undertale? Oh my god!
Shut up. Wait, what? I don't even get the joke.
Oh, it's because the sound that Sans makes when he talks is and it
like
sounds very,
anytime
very
his text crawls when he speaks, you hear that.
Yeah, you hear the
it's
laughter.
Pretty good,
of Beaver.
but
yeah.
Fuck, has anybody done a video with that?
No, because of that laughter thing, people thought he sounded like Critical. It's
what's up, everyone?
It's voiced like Critical. No, seriously. And then Critical played as like, oh god, that does sound like me. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, I guess I understand what you're saying that now.
You should sue Sans for copyright infringement. Wait, he can kill the red buzzards?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I don't know.
Yeah, the some of the animal buddies can. Rambi can't. Alright guys, should I do it?
Minecart carnage.
Okay, I'm not gonna do the secret. I'll actually do the level. So I don't have a counter set up. So who's gonna keep count?
I will.
Or you know
What
what?
was the secret for the minecart level?
You just fall down the first pit, and there's a barrel to get you to the very end of the level.
Yeah, you have to jump over the exploding barrel and hug the wall.
Yeah.
Oh. The only one I know is Stop and Go Station, where you just go through the entrance.
Oh boy, here we go. Be prepared to hear me make noises for every jump.
The word of the day is fuck.
No.
So I get that
The
out.
word
No,
of the
no,
day.
no. The word of the you'll know the word of the day because I'll say it. I'll bring back.
I know.
I'll bring back
I
the
know.
joke. I know it's not topical now, but I'll bring it back anyways. Oh, 3 sharks.
Remember
look,
whenever we
Look
say
at all these mining spots you're driving past.
Oh, hey, mining spot.
whenever we hear the word of the day, we scream real loud.
I will say, the real word of the day. Oh, great. Just mid-jump. Oh, here's the bonus level. The real word of the day for that level is clench, because your butthole clenches every jump.
No, I just make a noise every time I jump.
That's the clench.
That's the
Like,
clench
that's
for
the
me.
noise you make when your butthole
Yeah,
clenches.
you think it's coming out of his mouth, but it's actually coming out of his ass.
Yeah, make sure the mic doesn't pick it up.
Yeah, well, shoot.
It'll just go.
Hey,
I'm
it
going
doesn't
to
smear
fart.
like that.
Make sure don't tell anyone I'm going to fart. Oh, that's terrible.
You know, I don't even want to ask why it smears to begin with. I think we're done with this mode of
Alright,
conversation.
I only got 2 lies out of that. Fuck. I could have
It
done
said
better.
smears. Oh.
Well, you made us a noise.
Yeah, you better get your ass checked if every time you fart it smears.
When I beat the level, I'll show the secret, but I'm gonna try to beat
Oh,
it.
okay.
Oh,
I thought you were
man.
gonna say when I beat the level,
Oh,
I'll show
it
you
made
how
me
it
go all the
smears. And
fucking
I would have been like, no, I'm going back to that.
You
I'll
show
show
it
you-
right now.
I'll show you the secret of how it smears.
Uh,
Alright, let's see.
You get 3
Get that-
attempts.
Get that? No. To go back to my original LP of this game, it took 12 attempts.
now I'm gonna
You get
say this
3
right
attempts.
now. It's at the very end when you think you've won. There is a
Geekcock!
There is a Kremling at the very end of this stage.
That is.
Are you
I
gonna-
am actually here.
Are you giving
to tell
me
you this
your
time.
Are you giving me your pre-bro thoughts?
Yes, I can actually. I don't have to send it to you telepathically.
For those
I
of
can
you
say
who
it right now.
haven't been with the channel that long, my YouTube channel, in the first year, I played this game, and I did this Let's Play, and there's a comment that CJ left saying, what did you say? Instinctively, you said there was the Kremlin,
Yeah,
the
I was
Kremlin?
saying, you're like, I'm gonna do this. This is great. I finally beat him. Like, dude, there's a Kremlin. There's a Kremlin coming up. And then he got hit by the Kremlin, and I was just like,
You're like,
God
you
fucking
should've
damn
heard-
it, Sarah.
You should have heard my post-bro thoughts.
Yeah, my post-bro thoughts.
Oh man, oh. This is almost like an anniversary playthrough. I should have maybe saved this, but whatever. Oh god. Oh god.
No.
Hey, guys, it's getting faster. Oh.
Gotta go fast.
Make a save state of this level.
No,
Anime North
no
might-
save states. Oh wait, you
No,
wait, you
for
wanna
Anime
do it?
North, not for stream.
Well, I'm saving the file, so you can always go back in my file and play it.
Well, you got hit. Good job.
Oh god, the
I'll
last
just bring my
Kremlin's
own
coming.
SNES
I can feel the
classic.
last Kremlin coming.
He's coming. He's coming.
I know he's coming. Oh, oh,
Ah! Ah!
oh, jeez, oh, jeez. This is. I need
Oh,
Diddy.
jeez. Oh, jeez. Rick.
Oh,
Oh man, oh
oh my
god,
god,
oh,
I
man.
died once.
You did it in under 3. It's like I helped you.
All right, I'm gonna show you guys the secret now. The secret of the smear, and it goes like
Na na
this.
na 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 na. See, you see the funny thing is. Okay. All right. Just FYI, we know you're using your hand there because yours don't sound like that. And you could say, well, how do you know what his farts sound like? Trust me, we all know what his farts sound like.
If you
and most
look
likely
at
know what
Anime
he's-
North, you're done.
Yeah.
It's hard because I have a beard right now and glasses on, so I can't do the appropriate sound.
Yeah.
All right, so
See, like, even I can't do it.
Like the one that like just like.
That doesn't sound like it at all.
Does it make you upset that that's not what it sounds like?
No, because my continuity is being ruined here. Okay.
Okay, fucking. Oh, you know what's the one cave stage I dread right now? The fucking one with the tires. Just wait till that shit comes up.
That's what. Is that World 4?
That's like World 5 or 6, I believe.
Oh, it's that late? I can't
think.
remember. It's been a long time since I played through DKC.
Shit. Okay, I don't want to lose this. Okay.
Alright, so who's buying the next Monster Hunter?
I have a Switch, so I was thinking of picking it up.
I already said that I was gonna get it.
It's like, yeah, August 28th, same day as Yakuza Kiwami 2. Where's the image of just like
shit, I skipped the frog.
The image edit of me saying like, "Wow, Unreal, how can you get 2 games and franchises you love on the same day? Why do you get 2 ice cream?"
I knew they were gonna fucking do it. I knew they were gonna do it.
I wasn't sure because World was too good.
I'm like, my thought was
Nintendo.
Just not actually. To be fair, the reason probably why they have done it is because Worlds.
Yeah, because
yeah,
Nintendo's
exactly,
probably
but
like,
at the
we gotta
same
have a Monster Hunter game. We gotta have.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they could have just like, all right, worldwide is basically being received so well. They could have like, okay, let's port it to the Switch. But it just seems like it's easier.
Would it run on the Switch? Because we still.
Oh yeah, yes, it would. It would run on the Switch.
That's why I'm spitballing, because like they could just weigh options. Like, would we want to get this running on the Switch and port it, or do we want to just translate this thing that's been out in Japan?
It mostly has to do with servers because it's an online focus game, and Nintendo is being very vague with their online services and then how you log in and how you work. Yeah. It's probably like a logistic nightmare for Capcom to be like, yeah, we can do this.
Yeah, and then 1 month later we'll have to pay for that Monster Hunter games online.
Alright, stop and go station. Let's do it.
Whereas the infrastructure is already there for Generations X2, Electric Boogaloo, 5DG World Ultimate. I don't know what it's fucking called now. But
it's Gen Ultimate or Generations Ultimate.
Yeah, Generations Ultimate, right? That infrastructure's already there. Most of it is just localization.
Zero, you should have just gone left. Just kidding.
Oh, is left where the secret is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is just get you right to the end of the fucking level in this one. That one I know, because Damiani's such a troll, and it's like, hey, look what you can do. And you just end the levels, and they're like, what the fuck? You just end it?
You just walk over it?
That's
shit.
Pretty much it.
Oh, well, I couldn't get that secret. Oh, well.
Yeah, it's easier with Diddy.
Yeah, because he can just...
Yeah, because everyone does...
He can just slam into the wall. He can just slam Jim into the wall. Oh, fuck.
Oh, see, the word of the day is fuck.
That was quite a reaction.
That was
It's been a while since I played this game. My thumb is not doing so well on that, holding Y and B at the same time. It's okay.
I've had some weird problems with this game, where it's like I roll, but then I stop instead of keep going. Like, what? I don't understand.
It seems to be playing okay for me right now, anyways.
And I'm like, it's like, all right, roll and keep going, but then sometimes the roll I just stop dead, like the speed's over as soon as the roll's over. That fucks me. I'm like, why does that happen? Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. And I'm like doing the same inputs. I don't know.
Like, is it? Are you saying this version, different than the original version, or?
I want to say it's just a Donkey Kong Country 1 issue.
Oh fuck! I shouldn't have done that. I should have just kept going.
Like, I cannot confirm this. Like, because I haven't gone to the cartridge versions since I got my SNES Classic. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna test. I boxed up my SNES Classic again because that's where I store it. It's like,
Yeah,
alright, if
I've been
it's
putting
not
it
in
back in
play,
the box.
it goes in the box.
I've been putting it in the box if I haven't been using it. If I
You know what's
feel-
funny? I've been keeping the fucking plastic too. Like
Yeah.
it's like all right, put it back
Same.
how it was packaged. Like slip it in the little sleeves, put it back in. That's
Yeah,
why my
same.
unboxing and my review looked clean because I kept the shit. It's like, oh, it's almost like I never touched it. No, I did. Clearly.
Oh yeah, he touched it.
Dude, I touched that reset button 500 times when I played Golden Ghost.
When you played
It's like
what?
reset.
Oh, Ghouls and Ghosts.
Oh yeah.
So would you recommend using a classic controller for that game instead?
No. I don't recommend using the classic. Oh, you mean hitting the home button?
Yeah.
Well, you're using a SNES controller with the SNES Classic. I think that's better feeling.
That was
Or you
another
could
one I
just
was
use your
gonna-
foot.
That was another one I
to
was gonna
reset.
put on the poll, but I was like, let's be real,
No.
I won't get anywhere if I put that game on there. With the original Ghouls and Ghosts, I can beat the first level. With Super Ghouls and Ghosts, I can't even get past first level. I'm just really trash at it.
I can feasibly see myself
Okay.
at some point being able to
Well, of course you can. You're good at
Do it
video
without-
games.
the Ghouls and Ghosts. No, like I'm not at that level. I'm like, there were some levels I was playing. It's like this isn't too bad, but a lot of it was like, okay, no, hold up. Let's do a redo.
Fuck.
So apparently Ryu came out again today for Monster Hunter.
Isn't it like high rank Ryu though?
Yeah, apparently, which means I
Oh,
gotta
is it?
do it again.
Oh, there's high rank Ryu? Fuck, maybe I should have streamed that
Yeah,
instead.
because low rank Ryu sucked. It was like, oh, it looks cool, but I'm never gonna use it. And Sakura was high rank only, so I'm like, okay. You know, it's like, oh, today, and then and like I go on YouTube, it's like, here's the Street Fighter trailer you guys already saw, and I'm like, why?
Alright.
You showed this trailer already. Why'd you re-upload it? And it's like, then I look in the comments. Oh, it's because Ryu got high rank armor. I'm like, then what? We used the same trailer.
Reduce,
You
reuse, recycle.
re-uploaded it, you idiots.
This boss is infinitely easier with Diddy because of his jumping hitbox.
His
Alright.
coconut gun can fire in spurts if he shoots
Shoots
ya.
ya. It's
I think
Perfect.
the weirdest thing about this boss is his top eyelids come completely off his body.
yeah.
Art style.
It's like, and it's not like
Fine.
each one. It's like an actual cap that just like comes off the top of his eyes.
It's
Here
okay.
we go. We get to
Art
stare at the
style.
Donkey Kong face again.
What? Do you want to mod an old Donkey Kong skin to this game? You've seen those images,
on
right?
on the save screen, the fucking Donkey Kong face looks like he doesn't know where he is. All right, so finally, Vine Valley. Hey guys, Vulture culture. Vulture.
Hey, remember to
Hey.
save your game and then die, and then rage quit an LP and ask for soup at the end.
What?
You gotta turn.
Oh wait, that's
your-
Donkey
your-
Kong Country 2.
You have to
We're
turn
done. Sigourney
your Switch
fucking
Classic
Weaver.
off, boot up your PS4, and delete.
I can't
Destiny
believe. I
2.
can't believe. The only times I've ever yelled at the screen for a Let's Play was Game Grumps, and the two times were once at Pokemon
Well,
Red
Man,
or
good
Pokemon
thing you're
Fire
not
Red.
watching the Zelda stuff.
And the other one was Donkey Kong Country. I'm like, guys, save Funky's Flights, please.
You know who you're talking to, right? This is the same group where we have a dude that is completely mind-bogglingly stupid
Oh,
about
you
Zelda
guys
and
ready
thinks he
for
knows
another
about it.
Animal Buddy secret room?
Man. I stopped watching Game Grumps for a really long time after they were playing Super Mario Sunshine, and there was an entire 15-minute of Aaron running around a circle in the whatchamacallit area.
So the whole video?
Yeah, the whole video was him running around the merry-go-round. He didn't do anything. He just ran around the merry-go-round, and they weren't even telling like stories. He was just like, and I gotta get up here, but he never actually go up. And I was just like, what is going on? Like, they must be trying to pad this shit out. You know, there's a secret like at the very end where you jump over the stage.
I know. I was getting a little greedy though, and it didn't benefit me because I only got 4 lives out of it.
Oh, can you only get the secret once you got everything?
No, you can get it right off the bat.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's just like I never truly cared about Game Grumps. And I'm like, I'm glad I'm justified in that thing because I'm like, I can't.
I'll watch like a compilation every once in a while and maybe an episode here.
Yeah, the only thing I've ever watched from them were compilations. And those were funny.
And sometimes I go back to watch like the early ones, like fucking Goof Troop, because that was really good. And
is that back when JonTron was on the Great Game?
Yeah, that's what we mean by old.
Yeah, the golden years.
I don't know if I'd say golden. They were still pretty bad then, but
yeah.
I quite like.
I mean,
I've watched all of Danny's single player like Star Quest stuff. Yeah. I think those are really
Danny's
interesting.
early stuff too is fun, like Punch Out.
I
love
because
out of
good
both
at
of the Game Grumps, Danny is my favorite. Like I'm just like,
I love
out of everybody that
isn't Danny sometimes competent and like.
Yeah, he actually is. Like, he actually tries to play the video game, and if he's bad at it, he gets better.
Like...
Watching him play Shadow of the Colossus, like, I thought, oh god, like, how is Danny ever going to do this? And he actually was competent, to a point where Aaron took the controller, and I was like, please give it back to Danny.
Would you say Danny did better than I did?
No.
Are you
did much.
No,
I would.
Danny. I would have believed you either way. So there's that.
And plus, he was on the PS3 version.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oof. Oh man. Glad the PS4 version exists to fix the issues of the PS3.
Just a bad port all around. It's about
there's
like upping
it's
the
telling
frame rate
why
of the
like
game. It's about upping a frame rate of a game, but not realizing that the game was meant to be played at 30 frames per second. And that was
in the PS2's case, like it's like we meant to run it at 30, but it runs at like 2.
15.
But
it was
it
a nice
worked.
solid 15.
But it still worked. So there was that. That's why it's telling. It's like, hey, I finally got a PS2. It's like, oh, all this stuff's out. Like, I'll just buy the PS2 Shadow of the Colossus. I will finish that version at some point, but it's more of a when will I hook up my PS2 and actually play a game on it?
I don't know.
That reminds me, I gotta get back to Shadow of the Colossus on PS4.
I've already beaten that game.
Well,
you must have beat it twice, plus 100 times. But...
Oh yeah, no, I play Shadow of the Colossus like once a year at least.
Fuck. Damn.
That and Chrono Trigger are the games that I've played the most.
That's Shadow of the Colossus may as well. You're
damn it! Why didn't they put Chrono
Resident
Trigger
Evil
on the
2.
SNES Classic? They put Final Fantasy. They put fucking Secret of Mana, but they didn't put fucking Chrono Trigger on it.
Probably didn't get the rights for it.
Either they didn't get the rights, Square said no because we don't care about Chrono Trigger, or
we're making a remake. There's that.
With Secret of Mana, you should have just left it off, but you were making a remake.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't bother me too much because I
think the other issue is like there were already too many RPGs. It's like you have to sacrifice one because.
Yeah.
I guess.
And you can get, and also Chrono Trigger's on the DS.
Oh, I have it on DS.
I have the DS port too.
If not the shit again, New York has it at Anime North. I'll probably get it on DS.
Not this shit again.
I still don't know why I ended up calling him that, but it's stuck.
Oh, thank God, safety barrel. There is no safety barrel later on, so I can't bank on that later. Great.
Oh.
Now you're making noises while I play the
No, because I just saw you miss that, and like, oh, that's what you mean by safety barrel. Oh, yeah, the shit's rough.
You think it's rough now? Fuck.
No, I know it's rough later on because I
just wait till we get to Winter Wonderland.
Sigourney.
That was what trumped me up as a kid.
Unfortunately, no. Fuck! That I always do that.
You did it. You trumped yourself up. Good job. Oh man.
Right at the end of the stage, there's a fucking part that just is so easy to fuck up, and I fucked it up, of course. It's definitely not a speed run.
The speedrun's finished it. The game's done in the speedrun now.
All levels.
Even all stage. If I'm talking all stages here, not like the weird glitch
Not
thing
any
where you
percent.
where you turn Diddy into like fucked up Rambi, and then you ride him, and it's really fucking weird, and then it just like glitches, and then you're fighting K. Rool.
Any percent speed run. I fucked
80%.
up.
Yeah.
Fuck. I did so good the first time, and then I fucked up right at the end, and now I'm not doing so good.
I would say start taking more risks by rolling into enemies. Instead of
Oh
jumping.
man, see, I wanna play
That's one
the
thing you
beta
can
for
forget about.
for BlazBlue Cross Battle, but the only way to get the beta is you have to like.
Are you saying that because Maximilian Dude's in the recommended channels right now?
No, I actually really want the game. I didn't even know he was playing it.
Okay, because in the recommend channels he's playing that.
Oh, okay, no. The people in my recommend channel are Winter Gaming, Moon, and no one Alex. I don't know who the fuck that is.
No one.
Who the fuck's a Moon?
Moon, he plays Overwatch. I've watched a couple of his streams back when I was playing a lot of Overwatch.
Well, fuck, I rolled and that killed me.
But yeah, I don't want to pre-order on PSN because I want a physical copy of it. I don't want a digital copy.
Yeah.
And as we know, you can't cancel pre-orders on PlayStation Network, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah, you gotta commit to it.
That's lame.
Yeah.
Which is why,
I like this one barrel part because it's got rhythm. Okay.
Could ask for anything more.
There we go. Alright, that one's done. So, just to be sure, I mean, I've got plenty of lives. I don't know why I need to do this, but I'm doing it anyways. Alright. Oh, by the way, CJ, before I forget, podcast tomorrow night?
Sure.
I don't know if we want to keep the same topic or if you want to hop into something else like maybe E3 predictions or something like that.
Yeah, actually, that would probably be a good one to get out.
Because I feel like you and I could probably like spend hours just doing that, but I'm sure like we'll contain ourselves a little bit.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Oh no.
Just figured I'd mention that because I was gonna message you earlier, but I was gonna be late for work, so I didn't end up messaging you. So sorry. Let's see. These motherfuckers who are like hippity 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 hop. Just don't do that. Just hop or don't. Fucking bees. Can't stand these motherfuckers.
Bees.
Where are they? Where are those motherfucking bees?
It's in my eye! It's in my eye!
Oh god, I made a Fuma no Kojiro.
I finally started like looking up some gameplay footage of the new Spider-Man for that Insomniac I was doing, and I come on, September needs to come quicker. Like,
I know, dude. I know. It looks great.
It looks so great.
Yeah. That's my most hyped game for this year.
And I really enjoyed Shattered Dimensions. I didn't particularly like.
I want to play Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah, I hadn't played that one either.
Web of Shadows was recommended to me.
Yeah. See, Shattered Dimensions is awesome because the guy that voices Spider-Man is the guy that voiced Spider-Man in Spectacular Spider-Man, and the guy that voiced Spider-Man 2099 was the guy from the '90s cartoon.
Oh, really?
So it's
nice.
it's like watching my Spider-Man childhood yell at each other.
That's amazing because Spider-Man 2099 is one of my favorite designs for Spider-Man.
It's also cool too because those are like the two best Spider-Man cartoons.
Yeah.
So, but of course, afterwards,
so cool.
most of the Spider-Man
the new one, the 2017 reboot seems pretty good. I've watched a couple.
Reboot.
I love it.
Reboot, not the ultimate one where it was like right out the gate, where it's like every Avenger imaginable is in this, rather than like it being centric around Spider-Man.
Oh, Ultimate was awful. That was just a comedy show. Was the problem. But I heard a lot of complaints about the 2017 one, so I'm a little surprised to hear.
I've watched a couple of episodes of it, and I mean, like you do sort of get into a pattern of, yes, they're retelling a lot of stories, but it's not really for us. It's for the new kids that haven't watched these things before.
I also hear there's some weird whole plot line about Peter going to a weird tech school and all of his friends are techies.
Yeah, like even Flash Thompson. I was like, this is so weird. Why is Flash smart in this? But he's like, I have a feeling that they're going to be circumventing the whole Venom thing, and they're going to make him Venom.
Didn't they do that in Ultimate?
Yeah, well, he is in canon right now. He is the one that is wearing the Venom symbiote.
Oh, okay.
What, Flash Thompson?
Yeah, Flash Thompson is wearing the Venom symbiote.
They made fucking Flash Thompson Venom?
Yeah, because I remember.
Well, no, it's not like they rebooted. The Venom symbiote is now attached to him. It's no longer attached to Eddie Brock. He's anti-Venom. He has the anti-Venom symbiote.
Oh, okay.
Which was born by all types of weird, convoluted storyline plot and stuff. From the Venom to fight against the Carnage suit. Because they were trying to find something that could naturally kill a symbiote, so they made a symbiote that could kill a symbiote. You know, it's that age-old plot line.
Speaking of which, anybody excited for the Venom movie?
I haven't even seen the trailer yet. I need to see the trailer.
Seems okay. Seems like I'm gonna hold my reservations for it.
All right, you guys ready for another Animal Buddies friggin' fun time? Because here we go.
The biggest thing about Venom in particular is he looks so cool in the comic books and in cartoons, but I've always worried about him in live action because it can get really silly. Like, if you really think about how the Venom suit works and everything like that, and people have already mentioned it about the trailer, is that the symbiote seems off. It seems artificially sticky and actually, let's use the word sticky. It's like sticks pop out of him rather than like it actually being goopy, which makes it a sort of a sense like cartoons and animation can do, but not CG, because they're trying to make it semi-realistic as well.
They should have just covered the actor in fucking black goop the entire movie.
Because you look at the animation of like the suit enveloping his head, and you see the teeth come out and everything. I'm like, man, that would look so cool as an animation, but in CG, it looks kind of weird, you know, like, because you start thinking, where is his head? Because it's like, but how? Like, how do you not see his eyes poking through his mouth?
Oh, can I just not go now? What the
So I will say this, though. Can't be as bad as Topher Grace as Venom. See,
I feel that Topher Grace was not a bad Eddie Brock. He just didn't have the body type of what Eddie Brock is supposed to be. I really liked his candor when he was like facing off against Tobey Maguire. I thought like they had a good chemistry of what Eddie Brock and Peter Parker sort of had. I believed him as Eddie Brock, but his image was the problem. Is you're like, how does that 70s kid, this really, really skinny guy, isn't really what Eddie's supposed to look like?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, because his performance was good. Like, I really like the idea where he's like, I wish he had said we rather than I, but you know, like the whole thing where he's like holding Spider-Man and Spider-Man's telling him like, no, the suit takes you over. It makes you bad when you're not actually bad. And he's like, actually, I like being bad. It makes me happy. You know, I'm just like, that is sort of what Eddie falls into because of what the suit does. So I'm like, he's not written bad. It's just his image was the problem. It's like Topher Grace was a good pick, but he should have bulked up like fucking Henry Cavill.
You know what the other issue is, and it's not really the actor's fault, but Venom was like a side villain in that movie. Because like the whole thing was more about Sandman and
Actually, I'd say it's more about Harry. It was more about James Franco than it was about anybody else.
That too. But
they gave a good origin story, and I'll still say that like Sandman's creation was an amazing part of that movie. Like showing how like he reassembles and becomes Sandman is so neat. There's so many good things about that movie, but at the same time, I understand why people are like, too many villains, right? Same thing that happened with Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Too many cooks.
And some could argue that Amazing Spider-Man 2 was kind of worse because it didn't really have a coherent plot.
Yeah. Well, I've always said, and this is why I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man, because he encompasses both Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Orangutan. Oh, I just got this pun. Orangutan gang.
Yeah, orangutan gang. But like, Tobey Maguire was a great Peter Parker, but he was a shit Spider-Man.
The stage is called Clam City.
I will say this.
Slam City.
I know a lot of people gave Andrew Garfield some shit, but he wasn't bad as Spider-Man.
As Spider-Man, but he was a crap Peter Parker.
Yeah.
He was just too cool in a weird sense. I don't know what it is. He's supposed to be the socially awkward nerd of today's society rather than like stereotypical like push-up glasses nerd that Tobey Maguire was, where it was definitely a product of the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, with Andrew Garfield, I guess the thing was he was like more of a skater kid who was into science than an actual nerd.
Yeah. Where it's like he's unpopular because he stutters, I guess.
Yeah. Which, you know what, I don't blame the actor at all. That's more of the writer's fault.
Oh yeah.
But
Andrew Garfield's actually an amazing actor. If you've seen Hacksaw Ridge, like holy shit, he's an amazing actor.
I thought he was pretty good too. Like he tried his best. Like my friends were giving him shit when we saw Captain America: Civil War, and I'm like, nah, I can't give him too much shit for that. He tried his best.
What, Tom Holland or Garfield?
Garfield.
Well, he wasn't in Civil War. Garfield, it was Tom Holland.
No. The thing was, we were talking about like the Spider-Man, like all the live-action Spider-Man.
Okay.
And I brought up Andrew Garfield, and then my friend was like, "Hell no, he was too much of an emo boy."
No, far from that.
Yeah.
Though I will say that Emma Stone is the epitome of Gwen Stacy. Like, I don't think you could get another person to be Gwen Stacy.
Oh yeah.
It's sort of like what's his name? The guy that played J. Jonah Jameson in the original trilogy.
Oh yeah.
He was like the best cast for JJ.
The thing is, he looked the part.
Spider-Man.
He literally looked the part too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you're not joking.
Serious? Why is it every time I say serious, Siri responds?
Because you've got Hey Siri turned on. Hey Siri, look up gay porn.
Well, I got my headphones on, so she's not gonna respond.
Okay.
J.K. Simmons. There we go.
I love doing that. I sometimes subtly do that when I'm in voice chats. Hey Siri, look up this, and everybody's like, no, stop. That's why I have Hey Siri turned off on my phone. It's a useful feature if you don't need hands.
Yep.
And why would you need hands if you can say, Hey Siri, Google porn?
Because this is all we need.
J. Jella.
Zeros?
Every time someone says something stupid.
Oh, you're serious? That's a great part of the movie.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I still
Are you
have
guys
the
ready
first...
for the? Are you guys ready for the Bumble Bee Rumble? And I mean B as in the letter B, because that's the way the game decided to spell it.
Yeah, of course. Holy shit. I will say though, I'd still kind of have a special place in my heart for the first two live-action Spider-Man films. So, like the first one didn't really age all that well in particular, and especially when you look at like the Green Goblin. But
I can still watch it today though.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 though.
It's the best.
Man, it's the best.
Yeah, definitely. Like Doc Ock. Doc Ock was probably the best villain they had.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third movie came out and fucked everything up.
Well, you know, like too many hands in the cookie jar. That's what happened there.
Yeah. It was all basically Sony meddling. Because I know for a fact that Sam Raimi, he did not want to have Venom in the story, but the studio forced him.
Yeah, it was supposed to be centric around Sandman and the new Green Goblin.
Yeah. And that's pretty much why Venom was just kind of felt like he was shoehorned in.
Yeah.
All right, so I made it to Gorilla Glacier, the one of the biggest stretches to a save point in the entire game. God have mercy on my soul. All right, come on, get over here, you slow fuck. There we go. Alright, let's see, where's this frog gonna show up? I used to be really good at these, but my eyes ain't so good anymore. I'm gonna say this one. Yes! I got it. There, I got 2 golden frogs. This stage inspired the first 16-bit winter.
Yep.
Because I remembered this stage specifically when I was thinking of it. God, I've been doing that every year. I didn't think I'd keep doing it. Some years went better than others, but...
Uh-oh, what'd you do?
I didn't do nothing except play Donkey Kong.
We were talking about years.
Oh, I was talking about 16-bit winter.
Oh.
I was just talking about how the stage kind of was one of the inspirations for wanting to do 16-bit winter.
Hey, remember when I never finished one of them?
You finished Power Rangers.
I didn't finish Indiana Jones. And I'm not going to finish Indiana Jones. I'm not going back to that.
Oh, I didn't finish Yoshi's Island. I rage quit that game.
Okay, John Tron.
Didn't Proton John throw some shade too?
I rage quit
about Yoshi's Island.
I rage quit because the camera was killing me. And I was like, I'm done.
The camera and
yeah, there's this one stage that I was in that has this big leap, and if you get into a bad spot, the camera will not adjust itself, and it kills you. Nice. Alright. I got the double frog. This one's probably going to get me the most lives, actually. There we go, 5 lives. Oh, and I was halfway to 6, too. There we go. Up to 30 lives. Not as many lives as I have in Mega Man by now, but close enough. Alright. Oh, the ice physics in this level are unreal.
That's it.
I didn't even intend for that to be a pun.
That is it.
But you made it a pun.
My
'cause
name has changed forever.
I thought your name was One Roll.
It fluctuates.
As you want to roll.
No, in Donkey Kong.
Okay, I already showed that. I don't need to do this again. Ah, damn it. It's the free life. Oh. Oh, I can't wait to get to the stage with my favorite song in the game in it. It's the Industrial Zone song, by the way. If anybody's wondering. So, there's one thing I think I'd mentioned because I just thought of looking at the way the lighting and stuff on the barrels is. At one point, I was doing, as most of you know, like my job is in the IT field, and I had to help out a guy remotely with a computer. Turns out he was an ex-SGI developer, so he developed a lot of the systems in the 90s. Because I noticed because he had a bunch of he had changed like some of the icons on his computer to like the SGI logos, and I'm like, is that the SGI logo? And he's like, yeah, I used to be a developer for them. I'm like, no way. And then we got into a whole conversation about how he developed the SGI machines, and that I was a big fan. I was a big fan of the SGI computers because of the just the things they were used for like different movies, and I mentioned that they were used for making graphics for games from Rare, because that's literally what they used. They splurged on a couple of like expensive SGI computers so they could make these graphics. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember those guys wanted special chipsets from us." And he was telling me all this stuff about how, like, the computers were built and how there was a couple of custom-made jobs for Rare and for Lucasfilm and stuff like that, and I thought it was really cool. I know it's computer nerd stuff, but it's really, really cool history.
I guess insert random Homer yelling nerd or whatever. I guess we're gonna meme this shit.
Piccolo, nerd.
It's just a joke ripped off The Simpsons. Like,
yeah.
Well, considering that like the majority of us put Simpsons clips in our videos anyways, so.
Oh,
Simpsons did it.
But when someone says, "Is that a Team 4-Star reference?" You're like, "Come on, guys."
Excuse me. I mean, there's references for a lot of things. Excuse me. Is that a Simpsons reference?
Actually, if anything, most comedy you could most likely point at Simpsons for our generation specifically.
Well, yeah, because it was our generation's fucked up comedy, basically.
Yeah.
Hell, even I still remember that South Park episode. The Simpsons did it.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing.
Yeah.
Allow me to use another Simpsons joke. That's the joke.
Yeah. Joke. Wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
It's fine, Night Man.
Yeah.
But only because I like you. Okay. Alright, we're getting to more barrel bullshit.
Is it unbearable?
It is unbearable. Unfortunately, this is a snow level, but there will be no necktie bullshit. Because that's Donkey Kong Country 3.
Which doesn't make very much sense, because no one's wearing a necktie.
Because it was a scarf.
Yeah.
I was just really tired, and I'm like, what is necktie bullshit? I almost died there. Oh my god, safety barrel.
Yay!
See, the animation on these are weird. When it's about to go over to the wrong thing, that's when you really gotta shoot for it. Okay. Oh god. I hate this part.
It's very telling. Why are the bees green here?
Because it's cold? I don't know.
Maybe it's because they're easier to see. If they were yellow, they wouldn't be... It'd be more difficult to see, maybe?
Well, I'd find yellow easier to see than green, probably. On.
Yeah, but like a light yellow, like they're light yellow on a very white background with a foreground flurry of snow.
Yeah.
It could... That to me may make it a little bit more difficult to see.
Potentially.
Especially, what if you have a little bit of color blindness too? So like,
yeah, that's true.
The lighter yellow colors. It's so interesting looking at old video games and how they kind of knew that there were people out there that would have like impaired vision. So they tried their best to create things that looked like they could work even if it was in black and white.
Yeah. Well, I mean, nothing to remember is the Game Boy.
Yeah.
I got the secret barrel, yes! Does it let me skip all this bullshit? Yes, it lets me skip all this bullshit. Nice.
This calls for a Kermit, yay. Yay!
Flapping furiously.
Okay. Is there an anime called Flip Flappers?
Yes, there is.
What the fuck is Flip Flappers?
I haven't seen it, but like apparently it's a show about two girls or something.
Yay!
Is it called? Oh, two girls Flip Flappers. I think I get it now.
They're Flip Flappers. All right, I will read you the description. Japanese anime television series produced by Plot. Kokona is a simply ordinary middle school student living a normal life with her grandmother. As she ponders over what future career she should take, she meets an energetic yet eccentric girl named Paprika. It'd be really nice if her name was Paprika, not Paprika, who immediately takes an interest in Kokona. Without hesitation, she drags her into an organization called Flip Flap. This organization specializes in retrieving mysterious, aromatous fragments, which are said to grant wishes for various alternate dimensions called Pure Illusion. After completing their first mission, Kokona and Paprika are immediately sent to another world in Pure Illusion. As dangerous creatures stalk them, they use their shards to transform into magical girls. Kokona into Pure Blade and Paprika into Pure Barrier. Yeah, it's probably semi-ecchi Yuri-esque type of anime.
Sounds like a lesbian isekai show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
There's 13 episodes. Came out in 2016.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be an isekai show.
You know what isekai show I really got into was Konosuba.
Well, Konosuba is also a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I look from the way this looks, like just like some of the visuals here. Oh yeah, they like touch hands and they're like in what looks like wedding dresses and they bite each other. It's pretty much lesbian.
What did I call that?
It's called Flip Flappers.
Yeah.
I hate anime. I'm going home.
Oh yeah, I want you to flip my flapper.
Anime is trash.
And
so am I.
Hey, Down Phoenix. Thanks for joining the stream. I don't know how long you've been here, but hello.
Hey.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's tons of fucking fan service. Like, they're sleeping together here. Like, I don't know if this is, like, fan art, but...
You never know.
It looks really colorful, though. Like, the animation must be really, really good.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
But, like, all I remember is there was an anime called Flip Flappers, and I'm like, why? Why is it called Flip Flappers? And now I know. It's kind of a weird name for a show, but then again, it's better than an anime having like 40,000 names like they do now.
Yeah.
Some of them just
The,
got, like,
the
short
person from
versions.
another world who was also not from this world. Who also, I don't know, has pants or something.
Are
Like,
they
for example, Your Lie in April. Why is it called that? There isn't a reason why it's called that. Like, it's just called that, and it has nothing to do with it.
Japanese
It's like,
person likes
Yeah,
English.
spoiler, does she die in April? Nope. So that gets
Does
kicked
it
out the
take
window.
place in April? No.
No.
Is her name
Oh,
April?
yeah.
No.
No.
So
Oh,
We gotta make
cool.
our anime sound fancy, but that's
Yeah.
nothing. Shut up. That's
It really
Is there a
that.
person? Is there a person who becomes the lie revealed in the month of April?
Yeah, is it a lie about April? Maybe that's it. It's a lie that it takes place in April.
so
Figured it out. We did it.
We
So I've
are
never-
super sleuths.
Yeah.
So I never watched ReZero, but I got a question. Why is it called ReZero?
Well, it means
because it's
technically
no,
a rewrite.
no,
right?
guys, it's a response email to me.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's called ReZero, though. Like the idea that it's a rewrite of what we would say is infinite, right? The infinite possibility trope is the idea that there is an infinite amount of things. Persona talks about this.
It is-
You are zero because you have infinite possibility because the
It's-
zero could turn into any number.
It's essentially Golden Experience Requiem's ability.
Hmm.
The
So it's
ability
the
to-
idea of rewriting the idea of something that's infinite.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's
So
very convoluted, but it kind of makes sense.
I just find it kind of weird that the voice actor of Reen Schwarzer is the main character in the English dub of that show. It's crazy.
I'm not surprised.
Well, this is like a relatively not too big of an actor right now, so I kind of am.
Oh yeah, whoa, whoa. This part
Oh.
fucking sucks because you gotta.
Oh, damn,
climb
Phoenix,
up.
did you end up actually watching the review? I know you saw it on Twitter. Just don't think I ever got a follow-up.
Oh, I got cog. Alright. Time to do slip slide ride. Or sorry, that was slip slide ride. Ice Age Alley.
Something in my mind.
Alright. We got espresso. And we lost espresso.
Why'd you lose espresso?
It was an accident.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Yes, yes. Oh
Yes,
my
yes,
God.
yes, yes. Yes!
Yada yada does it.
I've been watching the interactions from Eyes of Heaven because it's kind of weird because you've got like because of the whole time travel thing.
Hmm.
Like they'll be like Jotaro from Part 3 meets all the other Joestars, or like Jonathan Joestar meets all the other Joestars, and then goes, "What? Why is everybody just standing around? Shouldn't we be fighting them?" It's funny because he can't see stance.
Yep.
It's okay. He can use his sunlight
Pommel.
karate.
Oh yeah.
I guess technically he has a stand, the passion, but he doesn't actually it doesn't actually manifest until, you know, the whole Dio taking over his body thing.
So doesn't really count.
It's still his stand. It's not Dio's stand, but Dio does use it in the show. And the Passion is just basically a stronger version of Hermit Purple. Let's see. Fuck. Okay, okay. Fuck you, Manky Kong. There we go. I did it. I beat the level. Alright, so Croctopus Chase. I still can't believe, like, the technological, like, advancements that went into making aquatic ambience work on the Super Nintendo.
I have to say that the music played a big part in that.
Yeah.
Like, people over or underestimate the appeal of music. You take the music out of it, and you all you're hearing is sort of splish splashing, and it does take you out of it. You're like, okay, I kind of see bubbles, but
well, I mean, the song Aquatic Ambience is what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you could thank David Wise.
Yeah, like apparently, like they had to compress the shit out of like the tracks to make it work because apparently when he was composing it, the Super Nintendo would crash.
Yeah,
because it couldn't handle all the stuff he was doing in it.
Well, it couldn't handle the whole game because the whole game is like de-resed high-resolution 3D models. Like other than the backgrounds, like Donkey Kong and Diddy are actually like fully rendered thing.
They basically did. They basically would render one image and then they would convert that to like a sprite. Essentially, that's how they made it work. But like for them to render one like full render, it could take hours.
Yeah.
And I remember just seeing an interview with the team that made Killer Instinct and the team that made Donkey Kong Country were in separate buildings in Rare, but they both had to use the same computers for their renders. So if the Donkey Kong Country team had set a render to go, like started a render at like midnight, it wouldn't be done until like 8 in the morning. And the Killer Instinct team couldn't use the computer to do their renders until.
Well, the KI team also had to use a motion capture technology that broke with every character. Like when they finish the character, it breaks. I actually learned that from the KI, the Xbox One KI special features in Definitive Edition. You have Ken Lobb talking about it, and it was good to hear like this stuff. He's like, yeah, we just had to stand on this thing, and it would break every time we finished a character.
It's nuts, like to think like I can't remember what's his name. One of the designers would be like, so he was like, oftentimes I would have to go get my renders done because I would be done editing them and then I'd have to render them. But then every time I'd have to go render them, somebody in the Donkey Kong team was using the SGI machine to render their images. It's like, guys, we need a sign-up sheet for this or something. just to compare, like at the same
I wonder if any of those.
There, go ahead.
I wonder if any of those were interview stuff were in Rare Replay, because they do mention Nintendo in Rare Replay.
Yeah.
In the interviews.
But they probably don't talk about whatchamacallit. They don't talk about the actual construction of Donkey Kong Country and stuff because
no, they don't say how that game's built. But I'm pretty sure they do mention it in passing because it was related to like.
Yeah, like for example, when they talk about Perfect Dark, they talk about the N64 because it came out on the N64, right? But
it's like,
I don't think they would talk. They don't really talk about like Nintendo product games.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They do. I remember them saying the word Donkey Kong Country in there, but they don't go into detail. They just like passing.
I mean, personally, like I don't think Nintendo or Microsoft's really gonna care if they mention another game.
Well,
I mean, considering on the box,
Microsoft probably doesn't care because like
Microsoft doesn't, but Nintendo does care like a lot to a point where it's ridiculous.
And at least the disclaimer, it's like,
Well,
And
I mean,
to
if
the very
Sega's
least, like,
if
you
Sega's
start-
allowed to say things like Sega does what Nintendo don't in ads, I'm pretty sure mentioning them. They can't really do anything about it legally.
Well, also,
but if they can make a case saying that this is like they use Donkey Kong Country as a platform to sell Rare plays by talking about it and getting the buzz around,
no,
that gives them a case.
yeah, but
I'm not saying
didn't-
that's what they did it. They didn't do that, but Nintendo would be petty
because they
enough
knew
to
they
do
couldn't do that. They had to
Yeah.
get games out they were able to resell. That was.
But I mean,
Imagine how different it would have been if Rare was purchased by Nintendo.
they
Or
probably
they
would have.
s-
They
or they
probably would have.
stayed.
They probably would have went under.
You think so?
Yeah, because apparently, like, their support was not as strong near the end of the N64's life as it was at the start. And if you, like, apparently they were really focusing on first-party stuff for the, when it came to the GameCube. Star Fox Adventures got made because they were already in the middle of making a game, and they got to use the
That
Star
was
Fox
actually
license.
originally going to be for the
Yeah.
N64.
Exactly.
That one up, and then Miyamoto.
Oh, by the way, heads
Yeah.
up, everybody! Seizure warning. If I have to jump in the air, this bird will. Oh! They fixed that. Never mind.
Oh yeah, the SNES Classic has like some games have this anti-seizure thing.
Oh, okay.
It's notable in Contra 3 when you use the bomb.
Okay, yeah, they fixed it. Okay, never mind. No seizure warning. But
They didn't fix it. They changed it. It's
yeah.
just. But it is like
It's-
a thing.
It's
they
funny.
put
It's
in
funny to
for
think that like
seizure
everybody's
purposes.
like the main consensus is like Microsoft ruined Rare, but like Rare's most successful title was with Microsoft. Like their most successful game was fucking Kinect Sports.
I thought you were gonna say Viva Pinata, but
No,
Hey, man,
Kinect,
Viva Pinata is awesome.
Kinect Sports currently is Rare's best-selling game, which is crazy to think.
Kind of sad too, because that game, that's just a shovelware crap.
Well, anyways, let's see. It's getting pretty close to me having to go to bed. So I think what I'll do is I'll continue this next Tuesday, and we'll finish up Donkey Kong Country, and then I'll go back to some other stuff. Hopefully, I can get the whole. I didn't really want to set up the my setup for the using the splitter tonight, because there's some stuff I need, and I wasn't going to be able to get it in time. I was already late because I was late at work, but I also wasn't planning to set that up tonight, so I'll probably finish this next Tuesday, and then I'll go back to Metal Gear on Thursday, because I'm already halfway through Donkey Kong Country, so but anyways, guys, thanks for coming to the stream. Thanks, guys, for joining me in the chat. And I will see you guys on Tuesday with more DKC. Have a good
Later.
one.